State is doing. Now our athletes are getting competition, like Tunde said, for the wrestling. Perhaps lack of funds, didn't help them.
Stagnated their program.
So I'm so happy that on other sports, people, athletes are beginning to get tournaments. They are beginning to, get themselves acquainted with the latest rule. And that was what the minister said. If you don't have tournaments, then, those sports are as good as dead. So the revival is something that is good, for sports development in this country.
Maybe Lagos can help wrestling by introducing wrestling into the classics, as well. Because all the sports that are under the Lagos State Classics have really received tremendous boost. Look at local. You say local Nigerian athletes rubbing shoulders with some of the best in the world. What stops us from having?
Look at the turnout.
Look at the turnout.
Fabulous. Impressive.
I know. Badminton being the kind of game it is very quick, high octane, constantly moving. So it's very interesting as well. And if we can have this kind of program for wrestling as well and other so-called lesser sports, sure, and you bring in other international athletes from across the world, and your own local or domestic athletes rub shoulders with these people. They pick up tricks from them. They talk to their coaches. They talk to their support staff. All these kind of things can only have a domino effect in improving our domestic programs.
All right, you can see Nigerians dominating the doubles, both men and women, and of course not doing too well in the singles event. Well, we'll pray that this continues, that we'll see more of these going forward. We will go on a break now. When we return from the break, Kunle will be joining me. We're taking a look at domestic football, Globe Premier League matches played over the weekend, Nigeria National League matches played over the weekend. We'll touch upon all of that and more on Sports Tonight. Join us again. Thank you for staying with us. We are now the final part of the show. Kunle Phillips has joined us now. Kunle, I'm sure you had a swell weekend. Good to have you on Sports Tonight once again.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm always happy to be on the show. And just like you said, I had a very wonderful weekend. The Super Eagles and also the Roland Garros also climax, and it was really very exciting. We'll
close the show with highlights of what happened at the French Open for the men and for the women. But before we do that, let's touch up on the Globe Premier League. We finally got to the middle of the season. Match day 19 games played across different parts of the country over the weekend. We're going to show you the results now and show you what it looks like at the top and at the bottom. And then I'm going to ask Kunle for his own opinion. The games in Kano were not played. They've been rescheduled. Kano Pillars against Dolphins, Academy against Rangers. They've been rescheduled to this Saturday. Yeah. Dolphins said that they will not be able to show up because they've expended money and all of that, and their players have gone on break. The LMC will offset the bill because LMC called off those games when the teams were already there. Yeah. LMC will offset the cost of some of those games, and they said that they expect Dolphins to show up for the game on Saturday because it's mid-season and there's no carryover into the second round. So I'm sure LMC and Dolphins, they will still exchange words. Communications will clear some of these issues, and then we'll know all about that game. But the game has been scheduled for Saturday. LMC is insisting the games will hold on Saturday. That's the 14th of June going forward. So that's Pillars against Dolphins, El Kanemi against Rangers. Crown and Bayelsa produced 4 goals, 2-2 at the end of the day. Dramatic encounter, exciting to watch. Was on cable TV. Sharks lost at home, the league leaders. Losing at home 1-2 to Aqua United. That was a surprise. Heartland beat Lobby 1-0 at the Danayam Stadium. Exciting game of football. Brighton JK with the penalty kick. One of the best games I've seen this season. I was in Owerri. I saw the game. Fantastic game of football. Lobby felt that they got a goal that was disallowed by the referee. But then the referee said the assistant referee prigged an offside positioning. And also,
was it a goal?
The referee
was it a goal? From your own point of view.
Let's go on. Let's go on. Gombe 1-0 over Taraba as well. Another result of a game played over the weekend. Let's see the other results of matches. I think it was Nasarawa United 3-1 over Abia Warriors, pushing them to the top.
Fantastic results.
Yeah, Nembe 2-2 with Sunshine. Dramatic encounter in Omoku. Eyimba Giwa for me the surprise.
Surprise, absolutely.
Ended goalless, and then Kaduna United beating Warri Wolves 1-0. Kunle?
Yeah, I think the pick of the bunch was the game that went down in Port Harcourt, Sharks of Port Harcourt against Aqua United, against all odds. One who actually expected Sharks of Port Harcourt to pick up the 3 maximum points in that one. But remember that in the last 3 games they've played, before this one, they actually lost. The last game they played prior to this one was a disappointing 4-1 loss to Canopilla. So it hasn't been so good for them. And, this cause for worry for the coach, Benga Ogunpote. And this has actually shown on the league log. Nasarawa United, by virtue of that win, moves to the summit of the English Premier, the Nigerian Professional Football League.
I beg your pardon. Premier League has entered your mind so much.
And the Premier League. Yeah, the Globe Premier League with 31 points, closely followed by Sharks of Port Harcourt, also who has 30 points. Enyimba third with that disappointing draw with Giwa FC. It was a very disappointing one, but still they are still third with 29 points. While Kano Pillars, they have a game at hand. That's two games.
If they're able to pick those 2 games, they go to the top.
They go to the top, which is really very, very, very good for them. And then for the bottom 4 is Bayelsa United. They are actually 17th on the log with 21 points, followed by Kaduna United with 21 points and 18th on the table, while Gobe United are 19th with 20 points. And Nembe City, so disappointing. It looks like they were going to pick up a win against Sunshine Stars, but they were on the verge, but they lost. So disappointing for them. It's been a bad season for them, and we just hope that when the league goes on break, when they come back, they'll come back strongly.
All right, let me just run through the National League for you. Results of matches played over the weekend in Division A. Kogi United beat Kwara United 2-1. Tornadoes of Mina beat Wiki Tourists 1-0. Jigawa beat Adamawa United 2-0. FRSC 2-1 over Plateau United. Nigeria Prisons 1-1 with Spotlight. Mighty Jets 3-0 over Tip. DSS 1-0 over Ranchers Bees in the Derby. Sokoto 1-0 over Supreme Court. These are the results from Division A. Division B, we had Aqua Starlet 1-0 over Gabros. We had Bernard Insurance 1-0 over Prime. Go round, beating Abia Comets 2-1. The game was played on Friday. We gave you the results on Friday. Stationary Stores and Gateway settled for a 1-1 draw in Lagos. COD beat 3SC 2-1 in Lagos as well. Remo and MFM 1-1. It ended in Shagamu as well over the weekend. And you had Unisem 2-0 over Ekiti United. ABS 1-0 over First Bank. Wow. Those are the results, of course, of matches played in the Nigerian National League over the weekend. Gentlemen, we must our final part of the show. You were talking about Nadal.
Yeah,
Night victory on clay.
Victory on clay,
Did
and
you retire
that's
clay
his night
forever.
Clay is the king of
Absolutely,
king of clay.
He's the king of clay, and he still has so many years ahead of him. Remember that Roger Federer has 17 Grand Slam titles, and with this title that he has just won makes it 14 for him, and he still has so many years to go. And it's just a matter of years. If he keeps up with his consistency, I'm sure he will eclipse the record set up by Roger Federer.
All right, let's close the show with some highlights for you from the French Open and ask you to enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.